scattered throughout the facility. We'll wait until they come around because I don't want you to miss anything. You got a lot in store tonight. Okay. I got my info over here. So once again, I want to thank you all. I think you're all in for a treat tonight. We've got several people that we're going to recognize tonight, and I want to congratulate you all because okay. So just trying to get some people seated, okay? We've got more chairs.
Go ahead and get yourself settled on in. We're just going to get started in just a minute.
Did everyone enjoy the food?
Yes.
That is Pit Stop Catering. That is my son and grandson over there providing that food. So in case we're interested, keep them in mind for your next event. So like I said, we've been doing this for like 3 generations. And the first time I did it, people were older than me. Okay? And then as the years went by, they were like my age. And now they're like kids. Okay, so this has been a great experience, a great time meeting people and seeing people. We've got a couple of honorees that have been recognized. I thought 2 times, but it's been 3. And I'm just I'll throw his name out, Rodney Bates. And I think, and it goes to show that he's still working in the community. The other one I think is Vernon Jones, my pastor. And I think he's been recognized. But I have to tell you, working with you guys this time, it was kind of a challenge getting some of your photos in. And Pastor was the last one to get his in. And I think he wanted me to come to church. I came to church and it's like, Pastor, do I need to come to church? But so today, you're going to meet some folks that have been participating with the Spectrum for many years. Our hosts, we're going to meet some advertisers who supported us. Everyone that's participated are past honorees. Let me see who are our past honorees. Any past honorees here? African Americans make a difference? There's Norma. They will be participating this evening. Hugh is one of our past honorees. You're going to hear a lot of, you know what? We're going to get this program started. I may pop back up, but I got to introduce our MCs for this evening. We got a couple of special honorees too. I don't represent the latest or the Spectrum, but he's not here. But representative is here for Mr. Robert Smith, who is a billionaire and here for Denver. We do have publications here for everyone to take home with your bios in here. I'm going to start with Norma Page because she's a very good friend. She sent this to me. She kept saying Miss Page, Miss Page, Miss Page, but I'm just going to say Norma. She's my BFF. Norma Page is a native of Newark, New Jersey, but has been a Colorado resident since 1976. She has served the Denver metro community at large for more than 40 years, with an emphasis on youth. Ms. Norma began undergraduate study in her hometown of Newark, New Jersey at Rutgers University and continued at Colorado State University in Fort Collins, Colorado. For the past 20 years, she has served as program director for the Asphalt Building Foundation International, focusing on encouraging education for elementary and middle school students and supporting the higher education of African American males. AFI has donated more than 3,000 fights and 100 college scholarships to those that they have been serving. She is the vice president of the Hunter Union Cook with a mission to assist grassroots community organizations serving youth. Within the 7-year pre-pandemic period, 100 men contributed more than $100,000 to organizations in the Denver metro community. The fundraiser will resume this year. Who's been there before? And you're all going to come this year. Coming back stronger. This page has been married to Larry Page for 45 years. They are the parents of 3 grown sons, Yusef, Samir, and Yami, and have 6 grandchildren. Page. This is Quincy Q. Shannon. He's a Q. He is, there's an article, there's a great article in the Spectrum this month about his most recent endeavor. He's got so many, but he has been taking youth up to the mountain skiing. So you've got some kids that are interested in skiing. Check out his story and get involved. He is single. I didn't finish. A single father. He's got a beautiful daughter. I watched her grow up, Ronnie, and he told me today that she's grounded. So she's at home, but I watched her grow into a beautiful young lady. She was enjoying this last year. Let me tell you about this last year. He was up in the mountains. He was up in the mountains, and we were recording last year, and all of a sudden, we see him. He drove all the way, I hadn't heard from him, so we have our stand-ins, which you'll see, they're going to do a special message to the honorees this evening as well. We were doing the recordings for last year, and all of a sudden, we can see in the background, he drove from the mountains to participate as a MC all the way, and didn't tell me. And he said, well, we didn't have good reception up there. So he has always been here for the Denver Urban Spectrum for many, many years. Many, many years. So give him a round of applause, please. And if you want to say anything else about yourself, keep it saying.
Can you all hear me better?
Yeah.
I'll let you hold the mic. I believe in being heard, because when you have words, words are valuable. Can y'all just give a round of applause for Miss B? A community is often only as valuable as the way that you're able to represent it. And that media often is the medium that shows us what is going on in the community. And we know that there are some media that get the story wrong. And I'm so thankful that we have a medium like the Urban Spectrum that has been around for so many years, making sure not only do we highlight the right stories, but the right people are being pinpointed for the work that they are doing. And so if you have not supported the Urban Spectrum, I highly suggest that you do. If you haven't seen this month's issue or other issues, please make sure to grab one. And they are getting fancy. They're on Instagram now. They're online. And so you don't have to even go to church to try to get you an Urban Spectrum. But with that being said, B, thank you so much every year for tirelessly putting this event together. And we're going to have some fun.
All right.
Do we have any past honorees in the house? If y'all could just make some noise real quick. Any past honorees? I see some in the back over there. I'll say I was thankful to get this award over 10 years ago. We were in the middle of Cherry Creek Mall when we were first doing the African Americans Who Make a Difference award ceremony, and it meant a lot to me. And so, B, thank you for this. And Norma, how you doing?
I'm doing wonderful because I'm here with you. Oh, good. I got to turn it on. Yes. One of the highlights for me about this event is to meet all of our unsung heroes. There are so many people in our community that are doing big things, and we don't even know about it. And one that really took me by surprise pleasantly, when I read the Urban Spectrum, I learned that a young lady that has been living across the street from me for probably, 10 years, is a recipient. I didn't know all that she was doing in the community. She's a powerhouse. So, again, when you read the Denver Urban Spectrum, you get to find out things about your neighbors that you never knew. The other highlight is working with this young man. It's good once a year to stand next to Quincy. So I appreciate that. Appreciate you, G.
The acronym for this year is HOPE, helping other people every day. And so all of our honorees are individuals who we think are helping other people every day. And for our first round of honorees that we're separating, I'm thankful that one of them is a world-renowned dancer who's able to do things that my body will never be able to do. The other lady is a 15-year educator who I was blessed to go to high school with. Do we have any East Angels in the house? Hey, Lolo, hey, Lolo, hey! The next had an opportunity to bring back a program, Moyo, that I actually went through as a child. And so I learned how to drum. I thought I knew martial arts because I went through this program. And it's so great to hear that that's coming back. And then the final person is one of the people who is advocating for equity in the Denver's First Equity Report. But I can't tell you a lot about them. Let's go to the screens and hear them tell you.
Before you do that, I'll at least mention their names because I have to say that Arlene Harper is my neighbor. So when you meet her husband, and Jackie Johnson, Bathsheba Walker, and Bobby Alexander, our first group of honorees.
Antoine Johnson. Antoine Johnson is best known for his advocacy and activism within the Black community. In 2020, he founded a collegiate and community organization named Black Era, which has worked to increase inclusion and representation at Metropolitan State University of Denver while cultivating positive learning experiences for students. Johnson is invested in political, social, cultural, and economic advancement. He hosts events and programs that help foster a greater understanding of race as a social construct and provides mentorship to ensure that Black college students obtain degrees with minimal obstacles. He is an avid supporter of local nonprofit organizations and their work to provide equitable resources to students and community members. Black Era supported the addition of Juneteenth as a Colorado state holiday, and the organization's support for the Colorado Opportunity Scholarship Initiative helped provide relief to dislocated workers during the COVID pandemic. Johnson received the Stephen M. Hay Leadership and Activism Award for his work with Black Era and for his advocacy on behalf of Black college students and the Black community. Believing that the Black community would benefit from historical education and a greater understanding of political, educational, and economic systems, he also recognizes the importance of Black love in the pursuit of collective freedom and advancement. Johnson is continuing his education with plans to serve the Black community while pursuing his personal and professional goals. He wants to be remembered as a man of integrity and character, a change agent with a big heart who cared about others and loved his community.
Okay. Yep. Yep.
Arlene Harper. Arlene Harper is a leader in education with over 15 years of professional experience within the Denver Public School District. She is passionate about advancing education and opportunities for children of color with a personal mission to promote social justice, mental wellness, and inclusive education. As the Chief Operations Officer for the Citizens Foundation, she works daily to improve the lives and outcomes of boys and young men of color. Harper develops instructional training for the organization's empowerment coaches and helps transform the programming and mentorship approach into a curriculum that has an impact from cradle to career. Harper became intimately familiar with deficiencies within the public education system while serving on the leadership team at Cole Arts and Science Academy. She supported teachers, helped to reduce student behavior incidents, led community engagement events, and centered equity in instructional practices. This experience led her to create ALH Educational Consulting, which works with schools and nonprofit organizations. Believing that the biggest barrier to the Black community's liberation is centered around education, Harper strives to support youth with community programming that supports their knowledge. Her goal is to transform her holistic approach to instructional coaching to a national platform prioritizing the self-actualization of children of color. In her spare time, she runs a mobile espresso bar and bookshop called Awakening Cafe, specializing in house-made syrups and showcasing books written exclusively by Black authors. She wants to be remembered as a servant of the Creator, a mother, and a champion for children.
Just a quick note, these beautiful awards are made by another dear friend of me and I, Marlena Hullum, who now resides in Atlanta. But we want to let you know they're very fragile. So please handle them with care and get them home safely.
They're the initials.
Oh, yes, they're the initials of the honoree, so she's an artist. So you have to look at them closely, and then you'll see the initials of your honoree.
Bathsheba Walker. Bathsheba Walker is best known for her work with Moyo, a cultural arts center that provides quality, African-centered programming for BIPOC communities. Moyo relaunched in 2018 and served over 200 participants with youth-led Soul Sunday events in 2023. The organization's revival of the Hip Hop Peer Leadership Program, in partnership with the School of Breaking, recently graduated its first class of peer leaders since the relaunch of its nationally recognized Rites of Passage program. Walker's focus on collective healing facilitates the curation of events designed to make community connections within and across cultures. She makes investments in the community, promoting self-care and cultural arts programming to ensure that families, elders, and children have access to healing traditions and support networks. She has positioned Moyo as part of a continuum of care to support the physical and mental well-being of the Black community. She hopes to see a reduction in violence, increased educational engagement, and the adoption of holistic healthcare practices that nurture the heart, mind, and body. Moyo Studio Space will reopen in 2024, and Walker is excited to partner with other organizations while expanding the program's curriculum into the school system. She is looking ahead to the summer with plans to operate programming rooted in Black and Afro-diasporic cultural traditions. Walker takes an active role in the community. She is invested in training youth and young adults to carry Moyo's legacy forward, with the hope that their enormous success will make her contributions simply a footnote in a larger story.
Bobby Alexander. With over 17 years of public service at the City and County of Denver, Bobby Alexander is best known for her advocacy and partnership with community organizations that support Black families. She has partnered with the Lowry Family Center, Epworth Community Church, and the Denver African American Commission. Her work with the Compassion and Choices African American Leadership Council supports end-of-life planning within the Black community, and she consistently promotes equity, diversity, and inclusion in her professional endeavors. During the past year, Alexander played an instrumental role on the Denver Black Reparation Council, which provides direct community repair for Black-led and Black-serving nonprofit organizations. She worked to rebuild and sustain institutions and traditions negatively affected by the oppressive aftermath of slavery. She was part of a project team that authored Denver's first racial equity indicators report called Equity in Denver, which raised awareness about inequities that exist in our communities. She was a conduct reviewer who advanced former Mayor Hancock's vision to enhance public safety, and she remains committed to initiatives that promote equity. Alexander recognizes affordable housing, economic inequality, health disparities, employment, education disparities, and the criminal justice system as challenges facing the Black community. She aspires to advance initiatives that support communities' needs, advocate for policy change, and foster greater community empowerment in order to overcome these and other challenges. She wants to be remembered for her dedication to the empowerment of the Black community and her willingness to address historical injustice.
As we mentioned last year, I was out of town and so was Quincy. And we were delighted that two dynamic individuals stepped in and served as MCs for last year, and that is Topaz McBride and Jonathan McMillan. I'm going to tell you a little bit about Jonathan before he approaches, and then Quincy will let you know about Topaz. As a native son of Denver, Jonathan McMillan has deep roots in Denver that extend throughout the metro area. Jonathan is a seasoned expert in gang intervention, policy, community violence intervention, and youth violence prevention. With over 30 years of experience in the field, Jonathan has dedicated his career to creating safe and thriving communities by working with at-risk youth, families, and community organizations. As a person who was once involved in gangs and incarcerated as a young adult, he then went on to eventually become the creator and director of the City of Denver's Office for Youth Violence Prevention and the State of Colorado's Office of Gun Violence Prevention. He has worked on numerous initiatives to prevent and reduce youth and gun violence, including implementing evidence-based programs and policies that address the social and economic factors that contribute to violent outcomes. Jonathan is also an expert in community violence intervention. He has developed and implemented successful programs that engage community members in preventing and responding to violence. I feel like I'm in school. Throughout his career, Jonathan has been recognized for his leadership and commitment to creating safer communities. Whether he is speaking to policymakers, community members, or youth, Jonathan is passionate about creating a world where all people can live free from the fear of gun violence. Jonathan is there.
For the pause, for the applause. I think y'all didn't pick up what she was laying down now.
All right, the next person we have is Ms. Topaz Johnson McBride. Hey. She is the founder of ED for Rediscovery Through Wellness, LLC, a strength-based private practice offering intensive psychotherapy with an emphasis on informed trauma response. She was the first Black female full operating SOMB approved treatment provider in Colorado and the first Black female-owned sex offender treatment agency in the state of Colorado. RTW LLC also offers success coaching with services to guide persons through thrive and live beyond surviving. She is also the owner and master floral designer for Petals by Topaz. Topaz is a respected leader, inspirationalist, strategic partner liaison, consultant, and motivational speaker with credible results and expertise that have earned her innovations and in various platforms from London to Singapore, from New York City to Montreal. She endeavors to leave footprints deep enough for generations of legacies to step into, stretching and deepening them far and beyond the dreams she has imagined. Would you all give a round of applause for Miss Topaz?
Enunciate.
evening, everyone.
Good evening.
All you beautiful black people representing black excellence, black brilliance, black beauty, black history. We are all of the above, right?
Right.
February cannot contain us. We will leave you 365 days.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So I want to say congratulations to all of you who have been honored thus far this evening, and those who will be yet honored, and to the past honorees. It's certainly a privilege to stand here with my brother, Jonathan. We are alumni, and this award is definitely something to be proud of, because this truly represents us and our community. It means a lot that you have been selected to receive this award. So none of us take that lightly. It's an honor to be here to celebrate you this evening. So with that said, Mr. McMillan, we want to offer you some motivational encouragement and some, what do I want to call it, some wisdom gems, some things to take with you, some valuable components to help you as you continue to elevate, because we know that just because we arrive to a certain level does not ever mean that we just stop here, right? We're steady rising. We're steady increasing and elevating. And so, Mr. McMillan, given where you've come from, risen from the depths of places where no one would have expected you to be where you are now, all that you have achieved against the odds, what are some things that you have to say to our members this evening?
Thank you, Topaz. Let me begin with saying congratulations to all of this year's honorees. I'm looking at the list of honorees, and I'm reminded of one of my personal mantras, that I am as strong and I'm as blessed as my network. And I know so many people who are on the list. I'm looking at you, Bobby, looking at you, Chevy, Justin, Javon, people who I consider not only allies, not only colleagues, but also family in many ways. So congratulations to you. And those who I don't know, yeah, I'll leave that word. One of the things that I want to acknowledge in this moment is, I know we're here tonight getting the accolades, getting the awards, getting the recognition, and it feels good. Hold on to that, because it will be fleeting. And in those moments that it's fleeting is when you have to dig into your authenticity. Authentically recognize why you are doing what you do. It's not for the awards. It's not for the recognition. It's not for the accolades. I'm not a pastor like my sister here or Quincy, so I don't know the exact phrasing of the scripture, but it says a prophet is not without honor, except in his hometown. There are going to be times right here in Denver, Colorado, that people will overlook, disrespect, and lie on what you're doing. But as the leaders you are going to do it anyway. And in those moments, I want you to remember how I started this, that you are as strong and you are as blessed as your network. And recognize your fellow honorees, recognize the past honorees, and again, for those who know me, you have my number. That's how I know you know me, because we can talk. And those who don't know me yet, get my number at the end of this, because I am honored and happy to be a part of your network. Now I'm going to switch it over to my sister Topaz. He said so many kind of things about me. I love doing this every year with you. I be so nervous because I feel like I'm not going to rise to your level, but then you pull me up. Again, I'm as strong, as blessed as my network. As Quincy was reading your bio, I'm going to learn some things about you I didn't know. A lot of firsts in there, and a lot of things that took strength and courage to step out. holding the space as a woman for sex offender services. That's amazing. We need more of that. So my question to you is, what words of wisdom, what advice, what encouragement do you have for the six women?
Well, first of all, I want to say in advance to whoever it is out here that's going to be representing the next first in whatever breakthrough that is about to happen, whatever glass ceiling you're about to come through, I'm just going to say congratulations in advance. Because anytime we get to that place when we are the first of whatever it is, it's never easy. And I love what you said about authenticity. Authenticity matters because in the end, it's only when we are authentic, which means being true to ourselves, being true to those who we serve, being true to those who we are in relationship with, that we are going to get that back. Because there are so many people who unfortunately will not have your best interests in mind, right? And so one of my favorite quotes, I'm going to shift it just a little bit, just so that it kind of tailors to how I see it, is surround yourself with people who get excited every time they see you coming. They need to be excited about you walking in the room, whether it's your intimate partner, spouse, your child, your co-workers, your leaders. They should be excited about seeing you enter because they know that you are bringing something to the space that's going to add increased value and volume, right? No matter what level you may be at compared to where they are, we know that that's temporary anyway because you're about to rise to the next level. And we know that whoever we are associated with, we're adding to, right? So they need to be excited about the vibration that you generate when you show up.
Come on now.
And if they're not excited about it, you may not be dealing with the right people, right? You may need to shift it up just a little bit. So think about that. If they frown when they see you coming, if they give you the side eye when they see you coming, you might need to shift some things just a little bit and be careful about how close you keep those individuals. All right? And so that's one of the reasons why me and my brother here can vibe so well together because we've been authentic with each other from day one. No matter what it was, we've had each other's back. And I love you for real.
So with that in closing, congratulations one more time. Congratulations one more time. I'm really happy. I was going to say I'm proud of you, but that doesn't matter. You should be proud of yourselves. Hold on to that. Thank you.
All righty. Our next round of honorees are powerful in their own right. One of them understands how scary it is to deal with post-secondary education. And so she created something called the FAFSA Block Party.
Oh, yeah.
We have another individual who is a Montbello graduate, but also figured out a way to get on the news to talk about everything from sports to important things in his community. We have a gentleman who is a conservationist, but also a comedian. And lastly, we have somebody who embodies philanthropy. And I will say that this gentleman has given me advice not only on ways to make money, but why just making money is not important. The money you make should be given to causes that you believe in and making sure your community knows that you have their back financially. Let's give it up.
Chevy Lowe, Elan Stripling, Javon Spring, and Justin Alexander Adams.
Chevy Lowe. Chevy Lowe works as the director of UCMC, providing support for post-secondary educational planning, career exploration, and financial literacy to students. She assists.
Thank you. And we're back.
That was a test to see if you're watching.
Chevy Lowe. Chevy Lowe works as the director of UCMC, providing support for post-secondary educational planning, career exploration, and financial literacy to students. She assists families with the navigation of the financial aid and scholarship application process and created an innovative FAFSA block party to bring together various organizations in an engaging, fun, and helpful experience. During the COVID pandemic, Lowe facilitated virtual college tours to ensure that students continue to explore higher education options despite limitations caused by the shutdown. During this time, she highlighted the rich legacy and opportunities offered by HBCUs and encouraged students to pursue an education in one of the historic educational institutions. Accessibility is a main consideration for Lowe, who engages in initiatives that help bridge the gap between the cost of education and financial resources available to marginalized groups. She recognizes school funding, discipline, and post-secondary counseling as areas where disparities exist and works with policymakers, school administrators, educators, and community organizations to overcome barriers. In order to empower students to forge new and career paths, she is committed to establishing programs that deliver comprehensive college and career guidance. She aspires to leave a lasting impression as someone who believes in the transformative power of knowledge to change lives and communities. Lowe wants to be remembered for her impact in helping students on their educational journeys.
Elin Stribling. Elin Stribling is following in the footsteps of his grandfather, the first black biologist for the Colorado Division of Wildlife. He works as a fly fishing guide who teaches students and families of color how to fly fish while providing conservation education in Denver community. Stribling visits schools in Denver, Aurora, and Boulder to speak to children about wildlife and the environment. He has worked with Colorado Parks and Wildlife, the Butterfly Pavilion, Lincoln Hills Cares, and other organizations to create an environmental education curriculum and provide hands-on opportunities for young people and adults. In addition to hosting community events that teach people about conservation, he promotes representation in outdoor recreation and ecological industries. Recognizing health and educational inequity as challenges within the Black community, Stribling also sees underrepresentation in conservation as a challenge and notes the interconnected impact of inequitable access to nature and wellness. He makes efforts to foster diversity in his field, eliminating financial barriers to activities like fly fishing by providing gear to participants. He also promotes inclusive policies in governmental agencies to ensure equitable representation in decision-making. Stribling is committed to hosting community events, advocating for policy change, and procuring additional funding for conservation education throughout the community. He believes the opportunity to explore nature and gain environmental knowledge will contribute to the advancement of the Black community. He is a comedian and conservationist who hopes to be remembered as someone who created safe spaces for nature exploration in addition to making people laugh.
Picture. That's the picture right there, fam. That's the one. Everybody look here.
I'm just FaceTiming my daughter.
You can take a screenshot from this.
Javon Crane. Javon Crane is widely recognized for his impactful contributions in the higher education and philanthropic arenas. He has dedicated his efforts to the Colorado Community College system, championing the academic and personal success of students and employees from Denver area communities. He is a leading figure within the Denver African American Philanthropists Group and has played a pivotal role in supporting nonprofit organizations through strategic grant funding and development. In the past 5 years, Crane has supported various initiatives affecting the Black community. He served as a founding board member for the Black Resilience in Colorado Fund, or BRIC, which has allocated millions of dollars in grants to Black-led and Black-serving organizations. In 2023, he worked with the Collaborative Healing Initiative in Communities, or SHAPE, to introduce the Education Justice for Black Coloradans Scholarship, providing crucial support to Black students pursuing post-secondary credentials. Following the guidance of the late Dr. Maya Angelou, who said, "When you learn, teach. When you get, give," Crane holds a firm belief in his responsibility to leave the world in a better state than he found it. He plays an active role in his community as a catalyst for change and works toward creating an equitable landscape for the next generation, recognizing systemic racism, economic inequality, education disparities, and injustices within the criminal justice system as challenges facing the Black community. He is committed to developing comprehensive strategies involving legislative change. He believes that collaboration between government, community, and philanthropy sectors will dismantle barriers and create radical change. Crane aspires to leave a lasting legacy and to make the world a better place.
Turn it.
That's that young lady right there. Okay, here you go. Excuse me.
Justin Adams. Justin Adams is a Denver native who graduated from Montbello High School and the University of Colorado Boulder. He is known for sharing stories about the Black community on television and radio, as a sports broadcaster for Altitude Sports and a morning reporter for CBS News Colorado. He is proud of his community advocacy as a youth mentor for Athletics and Beyond and After the Game Ministries. And as a Christian, he knows the importance of serving people in need. Adams lives as an example of professional integrity. He mentors young people who are interested in journalism and contributes to nonprofit organizations through fundraising and active participation. In 2021, he was nominated for the Heartland Emmy as a sports talent in recognition of his international work with young athletes and support for efforts to end human trafficking. Understanding the importance of his role as a Black broadcast journalist, he is motivated to positively affect the lives of others. He gives a full view of the Black community and experience rather than just reporting on crime and other negative issues. He works as an advocate inside the newsroom, highlighting the individuals and organizations that are making a difference for underrepresented people. Adams hopes to write a book and develop a course on healthy relationships and marriage with his wife. He wants to be remembered as a faithful man who was dedicated to raising his family to be community leaders, and as someone who broke down barriers in the media space to make it easier for others to achieve their goals and dreams.
No, look. Hey, I've been right there now. Hey, that's too much. Just now. I've been right there.
Look that way. Look that way. Yeah. Oh, you got to look at it. There. Hey, Marlon, say cheese.
Just want to give you a quick note. All of our honorees, we do have packaging to help you get your awards home safely. So please make sure we get them wrapped and packaged for you. Also want to let you know that the videos will be online. Is it on the YouTube channel? On the Urban Spectrum YouTube channel. So you can watch them all at your leisure. And lastly, I'd like to recognize elected officials in the House, as well as those that are running. I'd like to ask Rep. English to stand, please. I commend her tonight officially. But good to see you. Representative Nikita Ricks. And we have a candidate in the House, Juan Atlas, running for House District 8. So take a look and see who supports Denver Urban Spectrum.
Next, we have a chance to hear a voice that is paired with the angels. We would like to give a shout out to Linda Theas Lee, a soulful vocalist, composer, and lifetime learner, has been steeped in the world of music since an early age. embracing a profound love for crafting therapeutic musical programs for recovery spaces. She is equally dedicated to inspiring young minds of self-worth and the significance of education. Linda has not only collaborated with gifted local artists, but has also graced stages worldwide, sharing her talent with Louis Burke Big Band in Los Angeles, Lano Hampton and his orchestra, Chester Whittemore Black Ballet Jazz, an esteemed ensemble like John Akel 21-piece Ultra-Piece Jazz Orchestra, Jefferson City Orchestra, and Cleo Parker Robinson Dance, only to name a few. Beyond her musical prowess, Linda holds a Master's of Social Science degree and is currently engaged in a doctoral studies at the University of Colorado, Denver. With humility, she recognizes her passions, talents, and journey as a tangible expression of God's sweet love and grace, a force she embraces and joyfully celebrates daily. Give a round of applause for Ms. Linda.
Hey everybody. How y'all doing? Good. It's so good to see you. Let's get this wonderful program. Let's get Quincy. Let's give him some love now. Okay? And let's reach out to some chorus and Norma. And let's get all of the awardees. Let's give them some love, okay? So I'm not going to be long here before you. The hour has already gone long, and hours have already gone long. But I want to say, may God bless each and every one of you. Honorees, congratulations to you. I have received that award a couple of times. And you know, African Americans who make a difference is powerful. It's so powerful. So I'm going to do this song for you, and I have everything kind of hooked up already. To never have sunlight on your face. You were content to let the shadow that your way. And you always stood behind. We were the one with all the glory. But you were the one with all the grace. A beautiful face to hide the pain was alone. But a beautiful name which remained. Yeah. Did you ever know you're a hero? And everything that we want to be, Well, now you can fly higher than I don't need. 'cause you are the wind beneath the wings. Well, let me tell you. But did you ever know he will, yeah. And everything we want to be, well, we can fly higher than ever we go. Cause we are the wind with the wind. You know you're the wind, 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 yeah. Fly, fly. Don't you let nobody stop you. Fly. Don't let nobody tell you what you can't do. Fly. I can fly. It really don't matter. Stay yourself today. Won't you fly? My God, fly. My God, that's where you are. Hey, yeah. You better fly. You better fly. Keep on flying high. Yeah. Fly. Don't you let nobody tell you what you can't do. Look at you now, baby. Look at you now. You're
Give her another round of applause.
All right, for our final round of awardees for this part, but we have some very special awards coming up. We have a person who was a domestic violence survivor who also makes sure that they are advocating and making sure they highlight things in the community to make sure those who are involved in that reality are getting the supports in which they need. We have a person who is all about providing jobs, so if you are someone who needs a job, y'all should probably holler at them when they get up there because they hiring and they got a way to make sure other people have a chance to get them. We have a news anchor who just happens to be a part of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, who is doing some phenomenal things and making sure she is highlighting many of the stories within our community. And then finally, we have a director of Black Student Success and a principal of an amazing elementary school in a neighborhood I grew up in, Park Hill, in the house. So we are excited about this next round of awardees.
This next round, I've got to sing tonight. Might have to break out in songs. We will have another group of four after this stuff. Crystal Ryan, Lisa Buckley, Micah Smith, and Michael Atkins.
Crystal Ryan. Crystal Ryan uses her personal testimony to bring awareness to domestic violence. Her empowering story is documented in her book, Through It All, Her Story, and she is known for her work supporting people who have experienced partner abuse. In 2023, Colorado's domestic violence fatality rate hit a record high for the second year in a row, and Ryan is working hard to reduce these numbers using her own story of survival. She hosted Denver's first domestic violence awareness walk, along with city and county officials and in partnership with the Rose Andon Center. She also hosted the first Crystal's Hope motorcycle ride to spread awareness about domestic violence. The October issue of Denver Urban Spectrum features a cover story highlighting Ryan and her story. She motivates others to leave unhealthy and abusive relationships by partnering with local churches and organizations to speak out about domestic violence. Ryan's willingness to educate the community with her own experiences makes a great impact. For years, she's led support groups for women and always shows up as a friendly, non-judgmental, compassionate advocate. Recognizing that God saved her life, she wants to see other survivors make it out of life-threatening situations and hopes that her work will inspire others to create more resources for those who need them. Ryan would like to be remembered for turning faith into purpose and for speaking out boldly to encourage others to follow her example.
Take the lead. You want to take the picture?
This is ladies.
Lisa Buckley is a successful entrepreneur with over 20 years of experience. She is a founding member of the Colorado Association and founding chapter president of the Airport Minority Advisory Council's Denver chapter. She serves in volunteer and executive board leadership capacity for the Hispanic Contractors of Colorado, Aurora Chamber of Commerce, and the Society of American Military Engineers. Buckley has supported growth opportunities for small businesses at Denver International Airport through her work at AMAC. She has contributed to the efforts that boost minority participation in everything from airport concessions to construction. She has led the chapter's nationally recognized programming and strategy initiatives and hosted the first aviation summit for businesses of color in 2023. By providing jobs and economic opportunities to people of color, she is working to counter economic inequality. She believes that generational wealth building is a long-term solution that will help the community thrive and not be at the mercy of political parties or elements out of our control. Buckley also believes that it is imperative for young people to know and understand the importance of education. She stresses the importance of skill building in order to be competitive in the modern work environment, build wealth, and obtain assets. Aspiring to build her company into the largest Black woman-owned security company in the United States, Buckley's goal is to hire over 500 employees while mentoring others who would like to start their own security or other companies. She wants to be remembered for always trying to help her community, creating jobs, and providing economic empowerment.
Jobs. Leave it to her now. JB.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart.
Let's look at him first so we can get
Thanks.
You know we need a flash from Melanie.
Got it?
Yeah, just one more. Yours is different than mine. It should be good.
Thank you, thank you.
Absolutely. I will. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Micah Smith. Micah Smith is a leader in Denver's journalism community. She is known for her work as a news anchor on the Denver Channel and for her social equity reporting, which highlights victories and barriers in underserved communities. In 2020, Smith established a diversity, equity, and inclusion committee for Denver 7, conducting diversity audits of the popular newscast, strengthening partnerships with Black organizations, and increasing Black representation on air. In 2022, she was honored by EW Scripps with the Leading at All Levels Award for her work on the committee. And in 2023, she was named an Adam Monsters plus Ad Exchanger Top Women in Media DEI Champion. Upon her arrival in Denver, Smith was embraced by the Black community, which supported her with open arms and ensured that she was being treated fairly in the workplace. In return, she took an active role in the community, giving back to the people and institutions that empowered her. Today, Smith serves as president of the Colorado Association of Black Journalists, or CABJ. She is dedicated to the organization of service projects that allow Black journalists to pour into the community and has reestablished a scholarship fund to support the next generation of journalists. Recognizing a growing trend of diversity fatigue following pandemic-era social justice protests, she encourages the Black community to demand that companies follow through with the diversity and inclusion statements released in response to calls for equality. She is working to increase CABJ's impact across the state and wants to be remembered as a kind, dependable person who always showed up for the community and a journalist who dug deep to uncover the truth.
Colorado Association of Black Journalists.
Michael Atkins. Michael Atkins has been a lifelong member of the Denver Public School District family. His DPS journey began as a student at just 4 years old before he went on to work as a custodian, paraprofessional, teacher, and assistant principal. Now, Atkins is principal of Stedman Elementary and the new director of Black Student Success. His goal is to ensure positive student and educator experience in an increasingly diverse environment. Atkins works to build educators' capacity through diversity, equity, and inclusion development training. He strives to dispel social norms that lead to unfair labels and poor treatment of students in academic settings. Recognizing that school is an entry point to a child's future success, he does his best to make sure that students are seen, heard, and feel safe. With outdated policies built on institutionalized racism, Atkins takes an active role in his community, working with policymakers to reform political and educational systems. His goal is to create safe spaces for children who look like him, ensuring that they have access to opportunities within DPS. Atkins wants to be remembered as a man who embraced his lived experiences to create a path for Black youth to overcome adversity through perseverance. He encourages young people to work toward creating a better world and urges them not to let anyone define their story or discourage them. They handed me a room and I turned it into a school. Turn your room into something special, he says.
He is an inspirational speaker and success coach. He currently runs an organization of 90 real estate agents. He has been a real estate columnist and advertiser for the Denver Urban Spectrum for more than 5 years. Barry Overton.
So I want to let you know the folks that stayed here, I'm about to show you the money.
Okay.
Let me ask you this. If I could show you a way where you get single moms, especially single mothers of color, but single moms in general, if I could show you a way where you can get $10,000 in grant money, meaning you don't have to pay it back to purchase your first home, is that something you'd be interested in knowing about? All right. If I can show you a way to purchase your first home, no matter who you are, and get $25,000, would that be something that you're interested in? One of the things that's been very important to me, you heard, again, service is a part of who I am, because I served in the military, I served on the police department, and what I do in real estate is serving my community. And one of the things that's always been important to me is when I can go out and get information and then bring it back to my community so that we can all win. And that's what I've spent a 23-year career in real estate doing. So I'm working with Bank of Oklahoma. They have an amazing program. It's a $25,000 grant program for first-time home buyers. So what that covers is your down payment and your closing costs. So literally walk away with probably $500 to $1,000 out of your pocket to purchase a home. So if you want to learn more about that, I would love to talk to you after the event here. And then for those single mothers, there's a program that I work with, Project I See You. Maybe some of you have heard of it. It's a local nonprofit right here in Denver. I'm actually a captain and an ambassador where I raise money for them, but I'm also helping those families to get in their first home. Because as a kid growing up in Austin, Texas, I never lived in a home that we own. So that's something that's very important to me and I'm very passionate about. So you heard about the real estate part. I wanted to end this real quick with just a little bit of a motivational piece. All of you know this to be a candle, a flame on a candle. This is something that takes me back to when I was 10 years old growing up in Austin. And I remember an evening where the lights went out. We had a lightning storm, the lights went out, and we just had a candle, a few candles in the house. And I remember my mother when she lit that first candle, and we could barely see her, and she could barely see a foot in front of her. But what she did is she lit the next candle that I was holding. She lit the next candle that my cousin was holding. She lit the next candle that my sister was holding. And she continued to light the candles that we had. And all of a sudden, there was more light in the room. And what I want you to take, that was a lesson I took away from that at 10 years old, of understanding that my flame can light part of a room. But when I take my flame and use it to inspire someone else, it takes nothing away from my flame, but it gives more light, and it gives more light, and it gives more light. For each one of you awardees tonight, that's what you've been doing, is giving light to others. Now I can tell you, when I wrote my book, Ignite Your Greatness, this came full circle for me, because see, I read a scripture, Matthew 5:14 through 16, and it said, "You are the light of the world. A town upon a hill cannot be hidden. Neither can a lamp be lit and placed up under a bowl. Instead, it's placed on its stand, where it gives light to everyone in the room. Let your light shine before others, that your good deeds may glorify your Father in heaven." And that was something that I stand on that. And I think each and every one of you, as an awardee, whether you know it or not, until you probably heard that story, those are the principles that you stand on. So I applaud you for the accomplishments that you have already done, and also for what you're about to do in the future. Congratulations to you.
Where's Mr. Shannon? Oh, there you go. I was giving you a chance. Here we go.
All right. We're going to do this like it's church real quick. If y'all are over in the vestibule area and you would like some seats, we got some seats. The ushers have now opened up and allowed the seats over here to be sat in. White gloves, they let you in. All right. For this last group of folks, they are the fearless few who are doing so many dynamic things in our community. From education to being in the church to making sure that we as a people are standing up and being seen and heard. I am so excited for these groups to be recognized. And one, Bernie, I just want to give him a really big shout out, because that man has tirelessly done things in education. And to see the way Manuel was turned around by some of the work that he and others has done has inspired me as a black educator. And so I don't always get a chance to tell you in front of others how much your legacy means. And I'm sad about how the city treated some of the things that happened at Manuel. But I want you to know that we see you and we recognize you and we thank you.
Sure I let you know that there are copies of the Urban Spectrum here, the current issue, And then there are copies of Crystal Ryan's cover out in the hallway. So our last four honorees, Darcy Jackson, someone I know is Pastor Vernon Jones Jr., Rodney Davis, and Bobby Ford.
Narcy Jackson. Narcy Jackson is best known for his
Giving up on me. Oh, no, that is good.
Narcy Jackson. Narcy Jackson.
Everybody cry.
Narcy Jackson. Narcy Jackson is best known for his role in the implementation of youth mentorship programs with Athletics and Beyond Family Wellness Center. He supports the community of Montbello and serves over 635 clients with sports.
Where does it come out at?
Oh, right here on the back.
Yeah, geometry. All right. Eyes ready.
Check, check.
Can you see?
Narcy Jackson. Narcy Jackson is best known for his role in the implementation of youth mentorship programs with Athletics and Beyond Family Wellness Center. He supports the community of Montbello and serves over 635 clients with sports programs, free meals, toy drives, holiday events, and a summer STEM program. Since 2005, Jackson has helped to facilitate Athletic and Beyond's growth and operations while providing community resources in a safe environment. What started as a community-based nonprofit has grown into a community center and hub that employs past program participants and members of Denver's Black community. He's excited about the launch of a new capital campaign with a $3 million goal that will assist in the purchase of a building where the organization can continue to work toward economic independence and wealth building for the community it serves. Recognizing opportunities for greater access and inclusion in city infrastructure, he would like to see more grassroots and community-led BIPOC organizations obtain access to city funding and reimbursement programs. He believes that having relationships with financial institutions plays an important role in helping organizations and individuals achieve economic equity, and he focuses on financial and business education and creating better outcomes. Jackson is motivated to help young people pursue entrepreneurship as an avenue to greater equity and inclusion. He would like to be remembered as someone who cares about his community and the future of young people. He is proud of the fact that Athletics and Beyond stopped asking for a seat at the table and instead built its own.
need a picture? Come on up here. I'm gonna hold you up. Is that okay? Is it okay if I touch you? All right, come on in a picture. There you go. Looking at that camera right there. Good, sir. Future leader, future leader. I'm ready.
Pastor Bernie Jones Jr. Pastor Bernie Jones Jr. is a husband, father, and grandfather who provides spiritual and community leadership throughout the Denver metropolitan area. As an executive leader at Faith Bridge, he works to unite the Church of Mandela, Mission Church, Church in the State, and provides education support to the gospel schools. Jones believes that the way society
That's as loud as it goes. Sorry. There's some over there.
He works to show his more personal alignment through service and leadership in churches.
All right.
You're gonna get that shot.
I'm with it.
Get that audio right.
Pray for me. There it goes. No music. Clap, 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 clap. There we go.
Father and grandfather who provide spiritual and community leadership throughout the Denver metropolitan area. As an executive leader at Faith Bridge, he works to unite the Church of Mandela, Christian Church, Church in the State, and provides educational support to lead the gospel to schools. Jones believes that the way society treats children and elders speaks to his alignment with God. He works to show his own personal alignment through service and leadership in churches, schools, nonprofit organizations, and volunteer work service. He often encounters former students and people who he has mentored and coached. He enjoys seeing their smiles. He recognizes that their lives affirm his efforts to speak life into everyone who encounters. Acknowledging the structural and systemic inequities plaguing our community, Jones believes that people should encourage one another and lead with love to support each other. He believes that love is greater than any challenge, and that everyone has a responsibility to motivate community members to keep striving for change. While he has a lot of hopes and dreams, he is satisfied with being a player who trusts God and progress. He wants to see his faith community celebrate the achievement of lofty goals to expand services and increase reach. Jones wants to be remembered as a man who loved God, loved his family, and loved his community. He is faithful to his work, and his impact to the community begins with his intentionality at home.
overlook that right. Period for a hyphen.
Rodney Bates. Rodney Bates is known for his community involvement. He serves as Vice President of the Denver NAACP and implements the Struggle of Love mentoring and leadership program at local schools. Additionally, he helps young women showcase their basketball talent on a national level through the Lady Blackhawks basketball program. Bates was raised to value community outreach and leadership. He follows the example of his mother, who instilled the importance of giving back. Today, he devotes his time to creating solutions to various challenges in the community. As a member of Denver's NAACP chapter, Bates works towards the advancement of the Black community through programs and initiatives that support political, economic, and social equity. He helps guide national directives on a local level and supports businesses and individuals by removing barriers caused by racial discrimination. Recognizing trust and unity as some of the areas where the Black community needs to improve, he believes that by being more transparent and unifying efforts, we can overcome and repair severed relationships. Lack of access to community resources is one of the issues Bates is working to address. He has aspirations of owning a facility that will provide services for youth and adults, and believes that extended hours and fewer restrictions would create a strong, positive impact. He would like to be remembered as someone who cared enough that he made an impact that affected change and made a difference.
Yvonne Moore. Yvonne Moore is dedicated to building the wealth and influence of communities of color through the establishment of a Black-led, woman-founded philanthropic firm. Moore Philanthropy has raised $30 million to help change makers tackle challenges impacting their communities, distributing $26 million in grant funds to over 3 regions. Moore has served as a member of the board of directors for prominent organizations such as the New York Women's Foundation and Comic Relief US. She currently serves as the chairperson for the Building Resilience in Colorado Fund Advisory Board. In this capacity, she has helped direct $2.4 million to initiatives that combat systemic racism in Colorado's Black communities. Driven by a family legacy of philanthropy and a commitment to social justice, she desires to help communities of color embrace their philanthropic power. She recognizes community-wide underinvestment as a challenge and is striving to counter the number of underfunded Black-led enterprises with collective wealth, leadership, and innovation. More Philanthropy is positioned to enhance BIPOC wealth and influence by dismantling barriers and advancing justice movements. With financial support to bolster leadership efforts, she hopes to increase investments in communities of color and create favorable economic outcomes for the next generation. Moore believes that her legacy will embody her deep commitment to empowering underrepresented communities with strategic, impactful philanthropy. She wants to be remembered as someone who uplifted the community and inspired others to reach their full potential while advocating for economic, social, and racial justice.
Big money, big money! Big celebrating us now.
Thank you so much. You keep it in the place where I was just vulnerable.
All right, Yvonne.
Oh wait, Tracy, go ahead.
You good? All right, look right there. This picture gonna do millions.
You know that is go here.
This for the brick board.
Look at there. Somebody said profile pic. Is that a Christmas card? Dear Lord, look at that.
I know, all right?
We got our matching PJs ready.
Oh my gosh, this is so beautiful.
Please don't leave, we have just two special presentations. And we'd like for you all to meet the Urban Spectrum team. So just hold tight, we're almost there.
Okay, everybody, we're at the end of the road, but I gotta let you know who's all behind the Denver Urban Spectrum. And when you know it's all women.
Woo! Wait, say that again. What is it?
Well, when you know it's all women, okay? So I wanna got three ladies here I gotta introduce. You know, and I gotta say, because I know everybody heard Charlie's Angels? These are my angels, okay? These are my three angels right here, and they've been supporting the Denver Urban Spectrum for years. One since she was 17. That's Ms. Melody there. But I want to introduce you to my editor is Brittany Wingfield. And she has done, I'm sorry, I'm jumping ahead. The editor is Ruby Jones, and she has been doing most of the phenomenal stories have been by Ruby, okay? Including this one by Robert Smith, and she's going to talk a minute about him because we have a special presentation for Robert Smith, the billionaire. And come on over here, y'all. Come on. And who's going to help me with presenting an award to a family that's near and dear to my heart is Alfonso Porter, who we lost last year. You'll see a quick video of him. His family came in. She came in from St. Louis, so we got a special presentation to him. And then she is our, Melody is our social media and digital manager. She does all our social media. She's been with me since she was 17, when she was in high school. Graduated from college. Her family is from Micronesia, so she's like I said, I got grandbabies here. She's like my grandson. My grandson's the same age as she is, so I've had her all the time. Brittany Wingfield is our associate publisher. She's on board. A couple of years ago, and she is doing phenomenal things. So we're ending this out, but everybody's going to say just a few things about what their role is with the Urban Spectrum. First, we're going to do a special presentation, which I think she's going to share some information about what her experience working with Robert Smith. We're going to do a video. You want to talk first or do video? Okay, we'll do the video.
I don't know what to push.
Are you speaking on something? here that's close.
Let's go ahead and try booting him just back on. See if that goes ahead and works.
Okay.
Let me turn it back on for you. Thank you for going ahead and helping out. All right. Let's go ahead and reconnect device. Voltron this one more time. And you're connected on HDMI?
Yeah, I will see that time.
I like what I see.
Philanthropist and dealmaker Robert F. Smith is one of the world's most prominent business leaders.
If this isn't Alfonso, that's Robert.
Yeah, this is Robert.
Oh.
He has made history as one of the world's 14 black billionaires. But more impressive than his ability to make money is his commitment to giving it away. Smith grew up in Denver and studied the 5 nation with strong community values. He is the founder of Vista Equity Partners, which has grown into a leading global investment firm. Smith is known for his generosity and commitment to giving back. He was the very first black person to sign the Giving Pledge, which is a commitment to invest half of his net worth throughout his lifetime to causes that support equal opportunities for black Americans and causes that protect the environment. He has made headlines for his incredible philanthropic contributions. He donated $32 million to Morehouse University graduates to pay off their student loan debt. He's also donated millions of dollars to his alma mater, Cornell University and Columbia University, and has funded scholarships and educational programs. Education and opportunity are incredibly important to Smith. He has created internship programs for students and co-leads Southern Communities Initiative, which accelerates racial equity across 6 Southern states. He has made substantial contributions to the Smithsonian Institute's National Museum of African American History and Culture, and he is the co-founder of Lincoln Hills Fairs, which provides educational programming and preservation in the historic Lincoln Hills area right here in Colorado. Smith was named one of the Time 100's most influential people. He is a recipient of the United Negro College Fund President's Award, and he was honored with the Founders Award and fostered by George H.W. Bush, Ways of Life. There is so much to be said about Robert F. Smith, and if you read the cover story in the February issue of Denver Urban Spectrum, you'll learn why he deserves to be honored this Black History Month.
Well, thank you all for this beautiful turnout. First of all, it's always an honor to share your stories. I've worked with several of you who are here tonight and honored tonight. And this particular story was just so special because we hear Robert F. Smith's name and we know that he's a billionaire, but really the fact that he's donating half of his net worth throughout his lifetime is incredible. But I think more importantly, I mean, we can talk about the things he's done and the change that he's making, but it's important to note that each one of you can make the same impact in your community. It doesn't have to be money. You don't have to be giving anything away. Just the fact that so many of you are working in your community, working with children, using philanthropy to really make a difference, but using your time and your wisdom and really sharing, I think that's just the most impact, and it really means everything. So I'm honored to present this award and article to Jenny Harris, if she's here tonight.
She's behind you.
Jenny Harris.
That's Madame.
Harris is accepting
had a chance to read this month's publication. The February publication features a story about Making Cake, which is a theatrical production that will be held at the Parsons Theater in North Lawn. Their board has donated tickets to all of the honorees here tonight. I know that the NAACP is hosting its Freedom Gala that night, so if you're not going to go to the Freedom Gala and you'd like to attend the Geek, we have a ticket for you. Oh, well, you already have your ticket. If you can't attend because of the NAACP Gala, then please let us know and we'll give your ticket to another attendee tonight. And again, thank you for being here.
Thank you. I'd like to take this opportunity to congratulate each and every single awardee this evening. You're phenomenal. Keep it moving. Robert F. Smith is my first cousin. And as you may know, we have roots here in Colorado. We're actually the third generation born and raised in Colorado. Robert has done some significant, amazing things. As a graduate out of East High School,
hey, Lobo.
as he phrased it, he went from 5 points to 4. But some of the information shared about Robert has just been pretty phenomenal. And just know that he has that passion and love in his heart. He has done so many amazing things. He's planted seeds that you cannot imagine in the United States and out. So there's things that you are not really aware of, like he built an orphanage in Haiti. Okay, so there's been so many phenomenal deeds that he has done throughout his life, and he continues to give. So he's calling the gift that keeps on giving. But he's a very humble man, a very loving, a very giving person, and I am honored to accept this award tonight on his behalf. And thank you.
Okay, you guys aren't coming up yet, so I would like to have Melody come over and stand with me. We're in the show. While she's showing this video, I'm just going to read a little bit about these are pictures of Alfonso. These were all in my phones and more.
And now the sound works.
So I just want to take a few minutes to talk about Alfonso Porter. Up until this past year, he was my editor, a contributing writer, and the voice of the Denver for the Spectrum for his last 5 years.
You can give it to me.
My first letter? I first met Alfonso at the Colorado Press Association conference in Colorado Springs, and we connected instantly. But little did I know that he actually wrote for the very first Denver for the Spectrum in 1987. I didn't meet him during that time, but we were destined to connect again, and it was full circle. We had a professional and friend and brother-sister relationship. And from that relationship, I have another extended family. We paid tribute to him in our anniversary issue last April. But this is his public tribute from his Urban Spectrum family. After his passing, on March 12th of last year, I learned so much more about him and his impact on people in the community. First of all, for those of you who knew him, we all know he did not know or understood the word no. It was just not in his vocabulary. When I asked him to take my seat on several community boards, without hesitation, he said yes to all of it. I didn't have to ask him to be the voice of the Denver urban spectrum and represent us in the community. It was his calling. Countless people felt the same pain and sadness when learned of his passing. Our friends and I talked, we shared intimate and private conversations, and although his passing was unexpected and devastating, I was happy to see that the last couple of months of his life, was filled with excitement, pure joy, and happiness. I still miss him immensely, and I still miss inviting him over for dinner. Even though I missed his presence at Thanksgiving, I felt it. No matter what it was, greens, black-eyed peas, chicken, or fish, he was jumping on the spot. And then soon after, he'd say that he had itis, and he would take all the leftovers home. I miss hanging out with him professionally, and also just for fun. And I even miss fussing at him about getting his stories in by deadline. Many people still miss him, especially many of his students. As a journalist and professor who was also a father figure to many, he pushed and encouraged not only his students, but everyone he touched to keep going and follow their dreams. He wanted and fought for a better world for everyone, something he did very well. I'd like to invite his sister Moni to join me. So today, my editor, my friend, my brother, we honor you as a Peace Lily Mobile with peace and love in space. And I would like to, where's Jonathan? Yeah, you can read about it. This is it. This is the post.
Wow.
And his initials are in here. In here somewhere.
I'm going to read a little bit about the piece from our, again, from Marlena Hullum of Colored Glass, Stained Glass Artists. And she says, when I was asked to create something special for a dear friend who has joined our ancestors, nature immediately appeared. For me, nature evokes flowers because of their beauty and relationship to nature. I chose the peace lily specifically because of its name and pure white hue. As a creative soul, I chose to create the peace lily in the form of a 3D mobile inspired by Alexander Calder. This kinetic art, with all its elements, brings art out of the realm of abstract into the real world of earthly forms. This hanging sculpture with various shapes are assembled so that each piece moves in response to the current and wind, offering a tranquil sound. This peace lily captures the sense of motion, always feeling the presence of peace and love in space.
All right.
I just want to say, before Brittany closes out with some final remarks, I'd like to also take the opportunity to honor and recognize this lady here. who has been traveling back and forth over the past year in his honor of her brother. But she has stood the test of time. She, along with Alfonso, lost their mother during COVID at the start of it. And in addition to her losing her brother last year, she recently lost her 26-year-old daughter. So I would like to present this lovely lady Planter's gift to her for your strength, grit, and tenacity.
Would you like to say something? Can you pass it on?
Good evening. Thank you guys for this beautiful piece of art. Let me begin by saying, to God be the glory. Because if it wasn't for him, Lord knows I would not be here. I don't even know how I'm standing, but I can tell you, with his grace and his strength, I am able to make it day by day. Losing my mother, losing my husband, losing my brother, then my daughter. Just by looking at me, when you ask me if I'm okay, yes, I'm okay, but I'm not okay. Al was my best friend. Not only my brother, but my best friend. We grew up together. We went to school together. We graduated elementary school together. We graduated high school together. Everybody thought we were twins. So we did everything together. When you saw him, you saw me. So when my mom passed, I became the mother figure. There wasn't nothing that he couldn't ask me to do. Although I was 856 miles away, he would call me and ask me and says, I will need you. Can you come cook? Can you come clean my house? I was, boy, can you get a maid? I was like, why would I need a maid if I have you? I was like, oh, okay. So I would come down, cook. I'd stay 2 weeks. He was like, do you have to go home? Yeah, I got a family. But I would stay the 2 weeks. And he'd sit in his office with his foot up on his desk like he was at a 5-star hotel. And I'm just cleaning and washing his clothes and I'm at school just like my mother would do. But that's just me as his sister. But that was my baby. So now I have a second baby here. Congratulations. I want to say congratulations to all the honorees, to Pastor Jones. Ms. Stacy wanted me to congratulate you as well as to X and to all the honorees as well. But this is a great honor on behalf of my brother. And I'll never not stop saying his name because I know he continued to live. So, to my sugar, as I call him, this is for you. Congrats.
I just want to say that Antoine, he was his mentor. Alfonso was his mentor. I mean, the students, and Melody also, he impacted students, so that's why I wanted Melody and, Antoine, he was very close.
I'll be brief. Alfonso meant a lot to me. He was like a college father to me. I remember, going on my academic journey, and Alfonso would always remind me, and even when I first met him in 2021, he said, keep doing what you're doing, because it's working. And I remember when I would go crying into his office, frustrated, mad, he would validate my anger, and he would remind me. He would say, take care of you. So if I would say anything to any of y'all, take care of you, because you can't properly take care of community unless you take care of you. Yeah. But I can also say that he believed in his students so much. It didn't matter if he had class. It didn't matter if he had a meeting. It didn't matter what was on his schedule. He would make time for you. And I would not have this award. Black Era would not exist had that man not have given me his yes and been our advisor. I graduated because of him. I got into grad school because of him. He wrote a letter, one of the most powerful letters that I have ever had written about him. And it showed me the power of a black man who not only serves his community, but loves his community and loves his family. So even though he has transcended and he is resting, he is alive. Yes. And I think it's important for us as black people and as people to continue to keep our ancestors' presence with us in all that we do. Let their work not be in vain. It doesn't matter that he is no longer with us. I am going to make sure that his legacy lives on, because his legacy lives in me. And to see someone giving up literally parts of their life to make sure that you are successful, that's all we have, is to make sure each other are successful. And so nothing is more humbling than serving the people. Giving your life for the people. Tending to the people. Loving on the people. Granted, I am fiercest, all boots. But I have learned to start to yield my fierceness for the sake of the best and ultimate well-being on behalf of each and every single one of us. So I just want to encourage you, live your life to the fullest. And I can say beyond a shadow of doubt, Alfonso Porter, he lived his life well. He served his community well. He gave up so much, and he did it ungrudgingly. There are a lot of folk who are out there giving up stuff and they want to be mad. No, this man was one of the most humble black men that I have ever known in my 35 years of existence. And he showed me what it meant to be a man. Because there are a lot of people out here, you're male, but doesn't mean you're a man. Being a man is a man of integrity, of character, and of heart. And Alfonso was that to the bone. And if there was some stuff, he would take them glasses down and look at you and cut it to you straight. He played no games. And so I love my mentor. And so Alfonso, blessings to you. Rest in peace. Our brother, we speak your name, we love you, and to the 2024 African Americans who are making a difference, God bless you, may God increase you, and to all those, y'all all got something to do, and we're here to help you to do it.
Together. Thanks, Chelsea.
All right, y'all. I know we've been here. We feel the love in this room. I am here for an invitation. Some of y'all are like, an invitation to leave, right? Right before we get out of here, I want to say We at the Denver Urban Spectrum are doing a new thing. Last year, we have embarked on inviting our community, right? Inviting our community in to be members of this important work. We can't do this without you. A lot of you will see your Urban Spectrum at your church and think it's free, but the work that we do, it is work, sweat, and tears, and it has become my life mission. And so we just invite you, I know y'all have been here a while, and I feel like you are believers in this mission of spreading the news about people of color. We turned 37 years this, y'all, right? That is this great woman right here, Miss B. Harris. I love her so much. The visionary. And we have this QR code. I was trying to get this in focus, y'all. But if you can say DenverUrbanSpectrum.com, can I hear that? That is where you can go to get engaged. There's a community calendar, there is ways to give, and even story submissions. We're always looking for ideas. So we thank you for being here. We thank you for your service in community. To all of the honorees, we love you. We pray for you and just hope that you continue to do this great work. We are here for you. Thank you.
Well, we come to the close of another amazing evening honoring wonderful people making great contributions to our community in every facet. In addition to saying thank you to you, I'm going to pass the mic on to my co-MC so he can thank all of our sponsors.
All right, we would like to thank Barry Overton, Bobby Wells, Donald James, Pit Shop Barbecue Kitchen and Consulting, Helen Bradshaw, Jody Gilbert, Jonathan McMillan, Lawrence James, Mabel Sutton, Matt G. Music, Marlena with Colored Glass, Misty Os Buttons, Norma Page, Richard Lewis for this facility, and Topaz McBride. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you all for joining us. We are all folks who are making a difference, so let's continue to identify the next group of African Americans who make a difference. With that being said, this wouldn't be possible without Rosalind B. Harris and her amazing staff, so can you give it up for Ms. B? And finally, I'll say, if you are somebody who would like to go skiing, snowboarding, you know people who want to, get with me. We're in the Urban Spectrum. You can read a little bit more about us. Shameless plug to make sure that you read the magazine. But we are in there, and let's get everybody to the mountains going skiing. See you guys. God bless.